Good afternoon, everyone. It is a real pleasure to be speaking at the Lead with Equity annual conference organized by Climate Asia and Earthen Foundation as a part of their EquiLead initiative. It brings me immense joy and pleasure to see such initiatives that are spotlighting the importance of women's leadership. Today, I will be speaking specifically to the theme of institutional change solutions for accelerating women's leadership in law and economics. Co-Impact's Women in Leadership focus ties into our larger mission of advancing gender equality. At the heart of our vision is the belief that women, particularly those from diverse backgrounds and life experiences, must hold key decision-making roles in the pivotal sectors of law and economics. Why law? Why economics? I'm sure this is the question that's popping into your heads right now. The realms of law and judiciary, alongside the financial and economic institutions, wield significant influence over the lives and well being of individuals. Therefore, it is imperative that the leadership within these sectors mirrors the diversity of the population they serve and regulate. It is not just a matter of fairness, it is essential for the legitimacy and effectiveness of these institutions. Increasing the presence and amplifying the voices of women in these spaces is so important. Women's participation reshapes discourse and drives policies towards greater equity and inclusivity. For example, if we take the case of access to justice, many of us here will understand that women face many more barriers and challenges in accessing justice, particularly if they are seeking justice for issues that are very gender specific, such as sexual and domestic violence. In addition to this, we also know that the visibility of women in leadership serves as a powerful role model for the next generation. It inspires young women to aspire to leadership roles and encourages young men to appreciate and support diverse leadership. But we are also recognizing increasingly that simply placing women in leadership positions in these spaces is not enough to create meaningful change. There is a need to catalyze institutional change. This is all so much, so how can we really go about doing this? Co-Impact is working with partners that are grounded in the local context to bring about changes in three important types of institutions. The first are the critical institutions, the institutions that kind of set the rules of the game. They control and set public policies, whether it's the Ministry of Finance, the judicial systems, the central banks, etc. Second are the pipeline institutions, which are significant source of talent for the critical institutions. These are key universities and other feeder institutions depending on the context. The third are the key ecosystem players, which are the professional associations, for example, that also influence who is visible, connected, and promoted, and what the accepted norms are for critical and pipeline institutions. By beginning to work with these institutions, we can start to catalyze enduring change that can have an impact at the scale of the problem. I am really honored to have been invited to this conference, and I would like to thank the EquiLead team for organizing this amazing initiative. I hope you have a very meaningful engagement in this conference.